on the wilderness with our fun shining bright.
We have once again established
Our
contact
howls echo
with
through
our
the trees,
leader, Silver
a chorus of
Light.
might. We hunt together, we fight together, we take flight.
This is CH115 Radio, the game, podcast, and daily broadcast from the Ember Farms Den, where power meets passion and the grind never quits. With your host, the one and only Midnight Lunar.
And chorus of
Level up and let's light it up. The hunt begins now.
together, we take flight. Fighting alongside my path, the darkest of night. We roam the wilderness with our fun shining bright. Our howls echo through the
Level
trees.
up and let's light it up. The hunt begins now. Level up and back.
Together we take flight. Good morning, my listeners, and welcome back to another fire episode of ZH116 Radio. I am your host, Silverfang, your favorite neighborhood Shadow Wolf. Part rookie support made for Team Celestial Novas for Dallas Celestials on Overwatch. Chat is going to be a little special episode of episode 99 of ZH116 Radio, the all-in-one gaming radio talk show podcast here on YouTube. And I'm glad you're here bright and early with us today, because we got a special show lined up for you all today. We're diving deep into the future, both mine and the channels, and I can't wait to share this journey with you. This episode's all about dreams, goals, and how we build something great together. You know, whether it's streaming, gaming, or life itself. It's all about this. But let me give you a brief purpose about this episode. For this episode, it's going to be about the dreams, the goals, and how to build something great together. Like I said, but I want to hear from you. I'll drop in the chat what your own goals are, and what you want to see from the Celestial Novas for a junior and a Beliana, and let them know what y'all want to see. So we're gonna be we'll be talking about where the channel is headed, my exciting journey I'm working towards landing getting a new job, and how we can all grow. Plus some tips, motivation, of course, community love. Like chat right now, my goal is for the Celestial Novas is to soak up as much knowledge as I can as a up and coming esports player. That's one of my goals personally. And I want to give a big shout out to Whiskey. They've been teaching me helping me hone in my skills with Mercy, including Kiriko as well. I've been playing a little bit of Kiriko lately, as y'all have seen on the channel. That's one of my. And I gotta say, chat, I never used to be a fan of Kiriko at all. Just to be 100% honest with y'all, I've been enjoying her lately. I do like her kit, and she's a very valuable healer as well. And I know, and also, chat, another healer I've been playing off and on when I'm able to is either Alari, Baptiste, or Juno. And I want to give a big shout out to Miss Quinn, which is Poison Quinn 0116, a fellow listener of the show here on YouTube and on Overwatch. She's one of a better Juno player than me, and I admit that, chat. Yes, she is a damn good Juno player. It puts me to shame. But I've got to say, chat, since I've been training and learning from my mistakes, where I can improve with Mercy, I've made a difference with myself. Since my first day in training, chat, I've actually made a comeback with my rank. As you've noticed, that I'm starting to win my comp games a little bit more, and I'm starting to implement the tips that Whiskey gave me. Good, thank you for tuning in, Miss Quinn. Welcome to the show. So that's one thing that I've learned so far, is now that I've seen firsthand where I'm screwing up in game and where I'm jeopardizing my team, the win, I've learned from that. So, and I do have some content ideas for y'all as well. Because I want to grow, like I said, grow with that with the celestial novas as the space as a gamer. And not Miss Abigail is here. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Plus, I want to expand the channel into new types of content, maybe like live esports commentary, gaming challenges, or even do community game nights where you, the Wolfpack, can participate with me in competitive Overwatch or competitive Fortnite, and you could submit your own challenges via the live chat. And what we'll do is we'll pick a random number generator and whatever challenge number that challenge that whatever number the common picker generates is the challenge we'll do for that community night. So that's what we'll do, chat. The night before that we do a community night stream, we'll do a poll and whatever, like I said, and also when we were doing just like challenge night or scrim nights or whatever for the Wolfpack side of the industry. I'll do a community poll, and y'all could pick what map we play on Overwatch 2, or whether it's Fortnite, and you can set the goal for us, like the kill goal. Like let's say it's as a total squad, like say 60 kills altogether, or 50. That's the goal we have to achieve to win for that game to be successful. And that means wiping out the entire lobby, which I think is gonna be pretty hard. Just to be honest with y'all, Lordy, Lordy. And I have mentioned chat and teased in my past videos that we have.
Hey, I got something to say.
What is it?
What about we do this?
Yeah.
I put in, they give us suggestions on challenges. I put it into like a spin the wheel thing, and then and I spin the wheel on my phone. Whoever lands, all we have to do that challenge for the whole entire video and try to get a win
That's actually a good idea.
for one of the streams.
What you think, chat?
So I think it'll be really fun.
Well, I think it would too. Let me go back to what I was saying.
But hey, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'll be
Alright.
back.
So like Chad, that's what I was also going to say is that I've teased in my past live stream as well. To all my listeners out there, y'all know I've been teasing about a new series that I have coming to the channel, or coming back, I should say. Life of an Alpha, like the Alpha Wolf, is going to be returning. And I've also just downloaded the Steam Workshop on my on the PC, chat. So that does mean we'll have custom Call of Duty custom zombies on the channel, and on Call of Duty custom zombies. I'm trying to say, I can't speak. And I have a couple of custom zombie maps I've been wanting to play for the channel and stuff like that, which is Octagonal Ascension, and Panzer Soledad Tower, which is another one. If you guys follow my listeners, if you follow FPS Psycho and Michi Poo, they actually played this particular map, and it's a pretty hectic map. And I'm going to go into brief detail. And I think Octagonal Ascension, chat, is another one that's been a little series of maps that have been around for many years, almost a decade now. And if y'all follow onZh115, he's an actual grandfather and YouTuber who's been around almost 20 years. He's been doing YouTube. He played the Octagonal Ascension, the very final map, and he actually spent, believe it or not, Wolfpack, 4.5 hours trying to beat the damn map. That's how hard it is. Now, I will say this. Now, I figured out. I've seen the loadout. I've seen the loadout Noah did in that particular game, chat, and that's what intrigued me a little bit. And I want to, like I said, I want to experiment, with themed episodes. So if it's like I also, chat, for like different videos, I want to experiment with like different, themed games. Like sometimes we might do sci-fi or retro classics, like indies, showcases. I thought about doing giveaways on the channel, chat, but I don't feel like going through that headache, to be honest with y'all. I've seen bigger channels do it. It's just a mess to try to get stuff shipped out and stuff like that. But yeah, and that's what I wanted to do. But to thank y'all for being amazing supporters in collaboration with other streamers and content creators, to bring fresh energy to the channel. And y'all are not just listeners; you're the heartbeat of this channel. Your feedback shapes what we do. And I want to know what kind of content fires you up. What do you want more of? More chill talk, or more gameplay, or maybe some behind the scenes. streams. And I'm also working on improving my audio quality, and maybe investing in a better streaming gear to give you a pro level experience. The challenge, of course, there's going to be challenges. There'll be challenges like time management, keeping consistent, and balancing life. But hey, I'm committed to pushing through because I know my work schedule is going to be a full 12 hours Monday through Sunday, 7 to 7. Um, so and not only that, I already know because where I'm from, Louisiana heat's going to drain the crap out of you. Um, but let me know in the chat what you love to see next from me and the Celestial Novas. Like I said, Second Light Junior now, and I'll read your responses live. Um, my so now on to something very personal. I'm working towards a new job, a big step in my life, and in my life beyond streaming. This job means a lot to me because it's stability, growth, and learning new skills. Why it's important and exciting because it's a fresh chapter, and it pushes me outside of my comfort zone, which I believe is the only way to go to grow. You know. And a big thank you to Miss Quinn again, also because she actually mentioned that one time a few years back. And a lot of people have that you have to step out of your comfort zone. You never know if you're gonna enjoy something if you don't step out of your comfort zone. I feel like balancing a new job with streaming is gonna take a lot of discipline, and I'm gonna be setting up schedules, prioritizing my mental health, and making sure I don't burn out. And I'm picking up when not only when I'm going to be learning, I'm picking up new skills, whether that's technical knowledge, communication, or time management, all which will also help me become a better streamer and community leader. And I know many of you might be working on your own career or life goals. What challenges have you faced, and how do you stay motivated? Feel free to share your experiences or questions. I want us to support each other. Um, Now, next topic, chat, it's going to be positive mindset. Sometimes change is scary, but it's also an opportunity to redefine yourself. That's the message I want to share today. It's never too late to chase your dreams. Um, Me personally, Chad, I did HVAC, for almost 11 years. I loved it. All right, Wolfpack, what I want to do right now, is I want to open up the floor, the chat with questions or thoughts. Do you have what thoughts do you have about the channel's future, my job, and on my new journey, my new job that I'm working towards? Um,
Okay, Baka.
all right, Miss Quinn. So you have any questions about my new job? Question mark.
Not really so far. But are
Um,
you scared about it or not?
yeah. To be honest, look, Chad, that may not seem like I'm scared about this shit, but I'll be 100% with y'all. I'm fucking terrified. I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. I'm terrified about it. But hey, you got to step out of your comfort zone, because you're never
So
gonna know if you're gonna like.
you know what I've been thinking about doing my channel recently for something?
What's that?
I know this is like different out of my I mean, I
Mhm.
never done this, but people see me play like Juno, Kiriko, and all that other
Right.
stuff, and Mercy, and the
Uh huh.
people I play with on the game.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about this
Ooh. Show me.
for Stadium and like quick play competitive and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show them what like ability, like on Stadium, what abilities and stuff you
Yeah.
should use
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, and then show them on quick play and competitive. Well, mostly quick play. Where you get
Mm-hmm.
the ability lock where you can pick between two.
Yep.
I think about doing that with the characters I know how to play,
Mm-hmm.
like Kiriko. Not Kiriko. I really don't know Kiriko shit.
Juno.
Juno, Mercy, Diva, Sombra, Symmetra.
Right. Um.
Get the characters I know that I know look good for their skill base.
Right.
But tomorrow I'm doing a stream
Mm-hmm.
on probably this game.
Yep.
I need to start lighting up streams every day,
Right.
but I'm not gonna be able to do it every day because of other stuff going on.
All right, chat. I want to leave y'all with this on this first segment of the show. Remember, whatever your dreams are, big or small, every step forward is gonna count. Towards we're in this together. But so chat. Not only that, not with this new job, I'm gonna gain tools and skills for growth. To grow, the channel and keep improving. I only rely on some key tools, streaming software like OBS. My editing programs like of your choices, and chat management bots to keep things fun and safe. But beyond tech, I'm investing my time in the online. I'm going to invest my time in the automotive field to online schools and courses. That way I could better hone in my skills a little more and go to school, you know become an ASE which is Automotive Service Excellence Master Mechanic one day. Um, not only that, whether it's sharp skills, whether it's video editing, graphic design, or just getting better at interacting with you all, I feel like that's one way I can hone in my skills. And I found apps like I found apps like ChatGPT, and a bunch of different artificial intelligence apps that can help make your job as a content creator a little bit easier. Um, And that's pretty much how I make my scripts and my videos on my podcast and stuff like that. I come up with a topic for y'all and just read off of the script. That way, I know exactly what the key points I want to talk about, and that way I don't miss any key points in the show. So that's just one thing I do a little different. Excuse me, shit, man, I'm tired. In this next segment, chat, we're going to talk about inspiration from gaming and beyond. Gaming isn't just an entertainment; it requires creativity, problem solving, and resilience. Some of my favorite games have taught me to keep pushing even when things get tough. For example, for example, I was actually part of a gaming community on PlayStation. This was like back in 2016 or 2016 or 2017, I want to say. Right when Destiny 1, this is an old game, by the way, when the game was at its peak. And I was part of the Destiny 1 Raid Masters group for Destiny. And we were a top, one of the best raid teams in the game. And I was, chat, I was doing Nightfall strikes, Nightfall hunts and stuff like that, raids every freaking week. I was doing something in the game, and that's what I would usually do. And the loot was, oh shit, man! Like the loot was absolutely freaking awesome, man, and it was the bee's freaking knees. So I feel like that right there also is what kind of got helped bring the esports game, like internet team esports teams to the next level. I feel like that's what kind of got it started, in my opinion, professionally. um the community we built, like the community we're building here for the Wolfpack, and me being part of the Celestial Novas, can be a source of support and encouragement for everyone involved. What games and moments have you inspired you? Drop your stories in the chat. We want to hear them. And if Miss Gwen has anything she'd like to share from one of her recent games, she's more than welcome to. But like community building, chat, and our next steps for the channel. We are going to be building a positive and supportive community. That's one of the most important parts of streaming for me. And we're planning some cool events like community game nights, Discord channels, maybe even a charity. I definitely want to do that one day. That's been a big goal of mine. Is a big thing of mine. I want to do a charity stream one day. So if you want to get involved, whether it's helping moderate chat, creating fan art, or suggesting content, I'd love your help. One thing I want to tell you, chat, your voice matters. What kind of community activities excite you? Let me know down in that comment section. Chat, I'm going to leave y'all with this before we take our little momentary break for the show. A big thank you for everyone sticking with me through this deep dive into this segment of the broadcast. And your support means the world. So big shout out to Miss Quinn, Abigail, and all the everybody that usually and always tunes in to the show when we're live.
You're
Um,
welcome, Amber.
what's up?
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I'm always here.
You know, I'm surprised it hasn't appeared yet.
What?
You know what's it? And I guarantee you. You know, I think Levi's been in the chat, by the way.
Mm. Why do you think that?
Because I've always had like 4 or 5 viewers, and he's usually either the second or third one. Remember that?
I've been watching it a lot recently.
Huh?
I've been watching almost every stream you do.
Yeah, I know you have. And you notice how that third viewer randomly appears?
Yeah,
It's got to be Levi. You know, it's got to be him.
but you never know. It could be
Ow!
crazy,
Fuck.
vertical.
Very well could be.
It could be one of the person in the old group we used to have. You know that?
Right.
But yeah, it could be Levi. We just don't know yet.
Right. He's gonna mention it. I already know that when he returns.
Well, Levi been having the problem where he can't type in people's chat half of the time.
Right.
God damn.
All right. All right, chat. All right, my listeners, we're gonna take a momentary break from the show. I'm gonna grab a sip of water real quick, then we're gonna kick back off here in just a moment.
So, Amber,
Yeah.
are you
What's up?
are you gonna when are you playing Overwatch again? Like for a stream and stuff?
And today, actually, when I get done spending some time, I had to use the bathroom twice.
What time mostly?
I'm not sure to be honest with you, because I have to go to the store to Walmart today.
So what I want to do is actually do a stream with you, but we can't do comp and stuff, and that's the problem in Stadium. The only way you can do it on your Xbox, but you need a headset for your Xbox to talk to me. So, I plan to do a stream tomorrow on Fortnite for a little while, and if you want to be part of it, you're more than welcome to.
I got you.
And stuff. Anybody in your pack are more welcome to join. I don't care. I did split it. What I want, and not more than me, you, and 2 other people. Okay. But what we can do, if more people start joining and you have the background stuff pop up, I say we tell them, hey, well, first, if we want to do this, many people want to play with them, we can switch out and stuff for people. Do maybe couple game with them, and then switch out with 2 new people and stuff. Because it'll be more quicker and easier, and people won't get so mad after they play one game.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking of doing if we can, But it depends. Whatever you want to do.
Right. I mean, we could do whatever. It don't matter to me. All right.
Okay.
We're back.
So the event for Fortnite is on next Saturday. You still thinking about doing it?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Are you gonna stream it or what?
Yeah. Ow! Damn it, man.
It starts 1 o'clock your time to mine.
Hmm.
So, because I'm gonna stream it too.
All right, my listeners, welcome back to the show. And I know some of y'all are probably asking probably wanting to question me, Alf or Silver Fang, why that I chose this path in the automotive world. I'm gonna talk about that. And I want to start by sharing why I decided to pursue this particular job. For me, it's more than just I always say, it's more than just a paycheck. It's about finding your role meaningful and what aligns with you. And if you love what you do, and like my dad, like people I've heard people say many a times, if you love what you do, it will not be work. It'll be fun. Like you'll enjoy it. Um, and I've always, been the kind of guy that loves, to solve problems, work, and I want to work with my hands and help people in particular ways, like getting their vehicles back on the road. This career path, I feel like, is going to allow me to grow those skills while building something real every day. Plus, it fits with my long term, but vision of stability and self improvement. I'm excited because it's going to challenge me. It challenges me. It's going to challenge me, but it also feels like something I could truly excel with time and effort. Right now, my main goals, when I do start employment with them, is to become getting certified by Automotive Service Excellence and Training to really qualify to really stand out. And I'll be diving deep into studying everything I need to know, whether that's the G5, which G5 is gonna be like the brakes. I'm not mistaken. I don't have the freaking books pulled up on my screen. I could not talk, but I will be becoming AFC certified at some point down the road because this particular shop pays for your certifications and training. Um, and one thing I will be learning a bit about is safety procedures and industry standards. And I've set a goal to complete my certifications once I've been with the company a little while, I feel like that'll open more room to grow, and it's a lot of hard work, and there'll be a lot of late night studying, but that's the reason I'm getting into this profession. Chat is I'm gonna commit to putting in that effort, but it's the foundation of everything that comes after that. Beyond certification, I'm zero. And I'm very aware. Yes, I'm gonna start at the bottom, basically. Being the shop bitch, the one that's doing the dirty work, like the oil changes, tire rotations, rebalance, and new tire installs. Getting down and dirty, which that doesn't bother me one bit, to be honest with y'all. Um, I don't it doesn't bother me at all because I've smelled stuff way worse than that. Um, and not only that, and I'm going to be developing key skills that will make me a top performer in this role, like that include settings like diagnostics, equipment maintenance, oil changes, tire rotations, batteries, etc. Including headlight replacements and troubleshooting, but also and I will also be also developing effective communication and problem solving under pressure. And I'm working on becoming confident and not just what I want to learn, but how I'm going to be able to handle unexpected challenges on the job. And that's one thing combination that will set you apart. Prepare for the bigger responsibilities one day. And when you become an automotive apprentice, and I've seen this so many times, just from visiting different shops in my area. I've seen young techs, technicians, apprentice technicians think they're a fucking know-it-all, and you're not. I'm not a know-it-all either when it comes to this line of work, and I don't claim to be. And neither will I, because I'm gonna soak up every bit of knowledge my journeyman or my master tech's gonna show me, and I'm willing to learn. And not only that, one tip I'm going to give you, chat, from Nick Nakai. He's another mechanic from Let's Drift Media. Is when you apply apply for a job as an apprentice, you want to go in quiet, listen and ask questions. And if you're mad at your boss, your service writer, your manager asks you have any questions, ask them let them know, hey, I'm hungry to learn, and I'm willing to put in the hours and willing to learn anything you show me. Like, what are my hours going to be, and what is my pay going to be like? How many hours a day will I be out in the field? Those are the key topics you want to mention that I learned from Nick. And like one other thing, Chad, one of the smartest things I'm planning on to find is when I'm working in the shop is to find a mentor, someone experienced in this field, who can guide me through the early stages of my career. Learning from the mistakes and success will save me in time and frustration. I want to, I do want, and I will ask lots of questions if I don't know to get feedback and absorb as much knowledge as possible. Having a mentor is like having a shortcut on this journey. And I'm starting to build those relationships soon. I want to definitely do that. Of course, not to me, it's real world experiences. I mean, I'm actually working towards that opportunity to work for an independent mechanic. Opportunity that for an apprenticeship where I can get my hands dirty and learn on the job. This particular experience will teach me a new lane. I've also learned from video nuisance books and videos can't cover. Plus, it'll help me build confidence and a professional reputation. I'm ready to start from the ground up and take direction, improve myself through hard work and dedication. Networking, chat. Networking is a big thing, especially if you're a gamer. You know, y'all, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in, man. So, chat, whether you're a gamer, YouTuber, podcast, whatever, networking is another big piece of the puzzle. I plan to attend industry events, join professional association, use platforms like Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, etc., to connect with other mechanics, with peers and other fellow automotive enthusiasts. Building a solid network will not only open doors when you outgrow your current shop where you've been. It'll also keep me inspired by others who share my passion. I'm learning that success isn't just about what you know; it's about who you know, and I'm making it my priority to cultivate those connections. To stay motivated, focused, I've broken down my big goals into smaller ones, milestones. For example, mastering a specific skill, certain dates, completing training modules, or reaching certain performance metrics. Tracking my progress like this helps me celebrate small wins along the way, and keeps me accountable. And I'm gonna also share regularly. I want to also share updates with you guys. Yeah, I want to share updates with y'all, but for the most part, I'm not gonna be on my phone. My phone is gonna stay in my locker at the shop. Then when I go to on my lunch break, is when I'm gonna talk to y'all for a few minutes, and that way I'll be able to stay transparent, and keep the momentum going. And I'm real and realistically speaking, I'm about the fact that this journey won't always be smooth, and I expect to face challenges like time management struggles, technical difficulties, and me being completely terrified about it, or even moments of doubt. But I'm committed to building resilience, keeping a positive mindset, learning from the setbacks rather than getting discouraged. When things get tough, I'm gonna be reminding myself why I started and what I'm working towards. I'm here to grow stronger through challenges. Our next segment we're going to talk about is balancing work-life balance. And if Miss Quinn wants to chime in for on this topic, she can. I know she worked at a local game store in her area for a little while, and she was
Okay,
balancing
really?
What?
You really gotta say that, then?
What? It's part of the topic.
I'm messing with you, dude. God.
And you were balancing your streaming life and work, correct?
Trying to. It's kind of difficult.
Yeah. Well, I know that's gonna be a bitch when I have to do that.
Well, when I wasn't working, then I would stream.
Yeah.
But when I was, I wouldn't.
Right.
Because sometimes I would work sometimes 4 to close. And we usually close at 8, so I only work 4 hours. But because I was only working part-time and stuff.
Yep.
So, I mean, it was kind of like getting up early. Like sometimes it would be 10 in the morning what time we open, all the way until like 4 or whatever.
Right.
Sometimes it would be one time I had 10 to close. It was so bad.
Oh, I know.
I seriously was so tired.
Yeah, especially and you already know how hot these freaking shops can get. Like I was telling you, if you recall.
Oh, I was okay. It would go back and forth. We actually had a fan in there when it started getting we had a fan in there, so it was good. But sometimes if I started getting too cold, I would put my jacket on actually, and then I was okay with that. They were okay with me having my jacket on.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I usually will walk around and ask people for help. They need any help or anything. I actually talked to one of the girls, and they actually needed help picking out some games, and
Yeah.
I actually helped them out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
They actually bought the game that I suggested, actually.
Wow.
Because I would ask them what kind of game they're into. Are they in the scary game, fighting game, stuff like that?
Hey, on that topic, you know something funny?
What?
Remember how I was going to be working for Mr. James at the railroad GameStop in my area?
Yeah.
That old fucker gave my fucking job to somebody else. Can you believe that shit?
Give somebody else your job.
Yeah, he did.
They're trying to put They're trying to put the bad people. That's what I'm trying to say. No, I'm not saying like you're a bad person or anything. I don't know. Maybe they had more experience with stuff than you
No, I mean,
did.
this dude was a complete fucking noob and didn't have a clue what he was doing. I dealt with him once when he first started. I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh dear God.
They probably just started, dude. You got to give them a chance.
Right, I did. You know what ended up happening, Miss Quinn? About 2 weeks
What?
later, he quit.
He
He could,
quit.
yeah, he did. He couldn't take the stress dealing with the public.
It's not that bad.
Exactly. I mean, hell, I deal with the public all the time doing that. I deal with it all the time doing air condition work.
No, I wouldn't know. We only had like my employee only had a friend that would come there every day, and after they would talk and stuff. It wasn't even stressful. Like if we weren't busy and there was nobody in the store, we would just like stand
And I
all
think,
that. They both of my employees loved anime.
yeah.
And one the employee just got engaged to their girlfriend.
Hmm.
So that was good. It was just we were all chill with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, think that was only seasonal, but we got along very well. I
Hmm.
mean, even I go in there, they still say hi to me half of the time
Yeah.
because they know I was an employee there for a little while.
Yep. And I'm gonna get into
Even
detail
my
next.
even my ex boss, I see her all the time. She actually still talks to me and asks how I'm doing always.
Yeah.
So it's not bad or anything
Right.
anymore.
Oh
So
Lord. But like I was about to say,
give me a
Chad,
second.
balancing. You know, I feel like too balancing my new job and the ambitions with streaming and personal life is definitely going to be a challenge. I need to start working on smart time management strategies like setting clear boundaries, like scheduling dedicated study and practice time, and making sure I carve out a space for rest, fun, and streaming as well, and keeping the community and and the passion for my community. So I want to keep that alive without letting it interfere with my career goals. But it's a juggling act. With plan and discipline, I'm confident I can make it work. Long term is where I see myself in 5 years. Looking ahead in 5 years, I see myself, in a stable phone. Look at this motherfucker. So I see
What?
myself in a stable position. My computer just screwed up for a second, but I see myself in a fulfilling position, with room to grow professionally and personally. I want to be recognized and knowledgeable as a reliable expert in my field. Maybe even leading my own team or training others alongside that. I want to continue streaming, building my channel, merging both worlds into a balanced life where I'm successful and happy. It's a big vision, but I'm taking concrete steps every day to make it real. And I hope one day, once I've been rich in a while, is hopefully to own my own business one day. And if not, I'll still be at the local shop. Even after I get and continue education, lifelong learning. Even after I get certified and settle into the role, I plan to commit a lifelong learning, to the industries. And the industry is evolving and staying up to date with new technology methods is crucial. I want to keep earning new certifications, attending workshops, reading news. The mindset will keep me sharp and ready for whatever comes next. And contribution, how I want to impact my workplace. So more than just doing my job, I want to contribute positive to the company's culture. I am I aim to be someone some of my coworkers can rely on, supportive, communicative, and productive. Or that means suggesting improvements or mentoring new hires, or just bringing a positive attitude every day. I want to make the workplace better for everyone and for the customers that come in. Um, Financial goals, Chad, building stability, financial independence, a big motivator for me. Through the job, I plan to build a steady income that allows me to support myself comfortably while saving for my future and invest in other passions like streaming, personal growth. I'll set budget saving goals and monitor progress so I can gain control over my financials future. Personal development is our next topic. Beyond technical skills, I'm focused on developing soft skills like communication, leadership, emotional intelligence that will help me grow into a well-rounded professional. These skills are what makes someone a great team member and open doors to leadership roles down the line. And I'm working on being a better listener, a clearer communicator, and a more empathetic colleague. Using streaming skills at work. Um, Interestingly, my streaming experience has helped me develop communication and presentation skills that transfer well to this job. Being comfortable on the mic, engaging with people, staying calm under pressure, and are assets, and I'm proud to bring them into the professional world. And I plan to leverage these strengths to stand out, but build a strong relationship with my coworkers and clients. And next topic we have chat for this particular episode is going to be job flexibility, finding the work that supports my passion. One of my priorities my priorities with this job, um, is to stream, after work if I'm not, too drained or mentally freaking exhausted. Is stream after work at night, like just do an hour, like an hour and a half sometimes, like just 1 hour a night, and just have fun, and then spend the rest of the night with my family and friends. But let's say if I have to leave or something like that, chat, or I know I'm not going to be able to stream, I'll actually put a little video together, premiere it at the set time when I was supposed to stream. That way, the Wolfpack will still will be fed, with content, and I won't, when I get back from wherever I'm at, I won't have to try to, scramble and put some content together, because I've done that. I've been in that mess before, and I don't. That ain't fun. And Miss Quinn, you've seen me in that freaking predicament once or twice, haven't you?
Yep.
And it was a mess, wasn't it?
Mhm.
And I spent at least 6.5 hours getting that content done.
That was literally crazy.
Yeah, but I even said that I'm not going through that nightmare again.
Mhm.
Um. So that right there, Wolfpack, will I feel like it set the mentality for me. Um. So and not only that, that's what I will do is when I know I'm not gonna be able to stream, I'm just gonna when I get off of work, just record a little video, set it for that time I'm supposed to stream. Like I said, premiere it and be done. And I'm not setting up just for an entry level position. I want to keep climbing the ladder, taking on more responsibility, eventually moving into leadership or specialized roles. I'll actively seek, and I'm going to actively, train like the apprentice, technician. Once I've been wrenching, for a while, and I'll be able to, train, new technicians that are fresh in the automotive industry. And I'm actually looking forward to that as well. Because not
Is
only
it
that,
gonna be harder to do it?
I think it will be hard a little bit. And I already know a lot of young techs gonna say, "Ah, you old fucking you old rusty old bastard. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about." I know I will get called that a couple of times. Over some of the young guys, I already know that's coming.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you know what I will say, Poison?
What?
I'm gonna say, young man, I've been rhyming original in college and before you were born.
By the way,
What?
for like automotive jobs and stuff, sometimes you have to go to college for that.
Right, and they do pay for this particular company does pay for your training, your ASEs and stuff like that. They pay for you to
Yeah.
get certified and for your training.
So just saying, before you do any of that,
Mm.
go to college first, get that done, and then start doing all of it.
Good idea. Oh,
I
let's go.
mean, just saying, you don't know how much time you have left on the third before,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, you
bye
never
bye.
know. Yeah, exactly. You never know when the good Lord's gonna
Because
call your ass on.
because how do I say this? Like you think you're gonna live for like a long time, right?
Right.
People do always,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes you can die super young because God has a plan for you. I guess
Very
when
true.
you die, when you can. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, one the saddest thing that I ever had
Yeah.
with a kid I went to school with. Over the summer, she was out hanging out with her friend during nighttime. Okay, yeah, she got shot
Wow.
and
Fucking
killed
wow.
in front of her friends too.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, me and her weren't close, but she was a person I went to school with that I knew in high school.
Yeah.
She got shot.
Yeah. You know my pet Lily, Alexa.
Yeah.
She was only I got her like 4 years, like 5 years ago, and she passed away at a young age from kidney failure. And that's just the sad part, you know.
My cat just turned 14 and we put her to sleep in August.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I already know that their anniversary is coming up June 4th when she passed away, and my dog passed away
Mine,
June 21st.
Jasmine's about to be a year actually. Since Jasmine went
Wow.
away.
God damn.
So I'd say August probably 5th or 6th of when Jasmine died.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't, not saying died, to put her to sleep.
Right.
What did you? Did you like let her pass away or did you put her to sleep?
No, we were gonna rush her to the vet first thing in the morning. The poor thing passed away in the middle of the night.
The reason why we put Jasmine to sleep, we didn't want her to suffer any longer.
Right. And I already know Lily's anniversary is coming up.
Yeah, okay. Jasmine is the first pet that we got.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jasmine is the first one we got. For some reason. So, that's what I wanted with the cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And, um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know at this point. Jasmine, I feel bad that she passed away.
Right.
That was the first cat I got.
You know what's even
Yeah, I
scarier,
have
Alexa, on that
what?
topic? Remember my first cat, Leia, that I was telling you about?
Yeah, I remember.
I had her for 25 years. She was my first one, so I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do when she goes.
No, it was
Yeah.
first. It was two fish. I had like two or three fishes, Jasmine,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got Jasmine, and then remember I found Clementine,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clem, my freaking everything. I
I'll
mean,
bet.
I miss that cat. I have not seen that cat in a year or two. Actually, a year. I haven't seen Clem.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Clementine, my cat.
Come on.
Sorry, but guide your pets. Love them. Like, don't hurt them or abuse them or anything, because you don't know how much time they have left. Love your pets unconditionally,
Right.
as much as you can.
Right. What I'm gonna tell you is this, Alexa. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do when Leia passes because I haven't. I'm not even prepared for that, to be honest.
And guys, too, with your family and friends, hang out much time as you can with them because
Right.
you don't know how much time you have
Mm-hmm.
left or how much time they have left.
Right. You never know either. And not only that, chat. Let's get back to this. And not only that, I know, and I'm very aware that I will get I will get picked on by the young guys. And called an old fart. An old buzzing and etc. But right now, I'm hoping and praying that I'm here. When Leia goes to the other side. And if I'm not, that's gonna be even worse for me personally.
You
Like I said,
always go through it.
That's I'm just saying, Chad. I'm not prepared to be honest with y'all.
Just saying you get through it.
Yeah, I've been through my dog already, and that hurt. Um, so I'm working on building a professional reputation. Like I was saying, Chad, as someone who is reliable and knowledgeable and easy to work with. That includes everything for punctuality, communication, and how I present myself online and in person. A strong professional handle and a professional brand can open doors, and it can even create opportunities I haven't even imagined yet. Collaboration, working well with colleagues. I believe teamwork is the key to success, and I want to be the collaborator who listens, shares ideas, and helps build a positive, productive work environment. Being able to work well with different personalities and skill sets is a skill I'm actively developing. To perform my best at work and in life, I'm committing to maintaining good physical and mental. I want to get me back in shape too and have good mental health. That means regular, and I need to do that, Chad. I'm guilty. I've been fucking up way too much with my regular health. I'm laughing about it because I know I'm wrong. But I do want to make time for that. Getting hitting the gym eventually, and making the time for rest and mental wellness. Whether you feel good or physically or mentally, it shows in your work performance and attitude. Not only that, we're gonna touch back on the financial independence and ultimately his job is a step towards like stepping toward my financial independence. I want to be able to make choices based on what I want, not what I need to survive. That means saving up saving smartly, investing, managing money wisely, so I could build freedom and security for myself and my future. And supporting family and friends, what success means to them. My career growth is not just for me; it's for my family and friends. Their support means everything to me, and I want to be someone they can be proud of and rely on. Being financially stable and fulfilled allows me to give back and support those I love. Um, Giving back. I also want to use my position to give back, whether that means mentoring new people in the field, volunteering, or contributing to community projects like helping others grow and succeed. It's a huge part of my division of my career as an automotive professional at some point down the road. Stay motivated. What will keep me going when what will keep me going every day is a mix of passion, vision, and support of my community. And I'm going to be reminding myself that every small step is progress. And the setbacks are just part of the journey. Hearing from you all, I know hear from you all on the stream and know where we're growing together is a constant motivator. So, chat, we are coming up on 1 hour on the show, and we're gonna leave it at that for our first run. And at the end of the day, my ultimate goal is to create a life, where my career and passion, coexist and thrive together. I want to be successful in my job, while continuing to grow as a member of the Celestial Novas, and hopefully to move up to the Dallas Celestials one day and connect with you all at once. The balance of what I feel like is going to drive me, and I'm excited about what the future is. So we got our final era topics for. Let's see. Let's do this. So, Miss Quinn, you ready for today or what?
Yeah, are you done with the dream, I guess?
About to be.
Oh.
Let's. Come on. All right, chat. All right, my listeners. We're entering the final hour of the broadcast for today. Um, the chat. I feel like not this last topic is maybe about Celestial Novas aren't and how they're giving me the wings to to dream, but the dream you may ask, is to soar under the main lights of the Dallas Celestials one day. And this isn't just about climbing in my ranked games and overall. It's becoming someone the main team can count on when the match is on the line. Um, I see clearly, I see it clearly stepping out under that. Hopefully one day, chat us traveling, from state to state someday. Out under stadium lights, hearing the roar of the crowd. I feel like that right there would be freaking cool. Um, we shall see, what happens with the team. And I feel like one day we're gonna have, our own team jersey, my jersey pressed to my chest, and knowing that I earned every second of that moment. And that's a dream of mine one day. And it's a dream is personal, it's sacred, it's a lot. And then I know one day it'll be alive, and I don't want to be famous. I want to, be one of the best, players I could be. And how I train, like I'm already there every single time I'm on Overwatch 2 chat. And my listeners, I train like I'm already on the main roster. I wait, I get it. I'm that just jump into the game, go into either mercy parkour or aim training, and I'll listen. Listen to my listen. Just sit there quietly, just listen to my thoughts, and line up headshots perfectly with Kiriko. And then usually what I'll do after that is I'll usually lock in Mercy, because that's just not, she's not just a healer, she's a leader in motion. Every decision I make is one the team should trust. And when I'm not playing, when I'm not, competing and competitive, I'm learning every map, every time, every counter, because one day when my name gets called, I won't hope. I'm ready, and I know I am. And the real grind, what they don't see is the hours after the stream. They don't see the times I questioned myself, the setbacks, the moments I felt invisible. But I kept showing up, not because it was easy, because it mattered. Every time I hit go live, I'm fighting for something. I'm fighting for every underdog, every rookie, everyone who's still figuring it out. This isn't just a grind. It's a calling, chat. And I'm going to be honest with y'all 100%. I don't want to sit here every fucking day, for 10, 12, 14 hours a day streaming. Like I even said, Miss Quinn, I'm getting older. I'm not getting younger. I'm 25 now, but I ain't got the patience like I used to sit here for those long hours. You've seen me sit here for like 14 hours one time. Remember?
Yeah.
And I haven't got those patience anymore. Like right now, I'm going cuckoo just sitting here, and it's and it love. And if it means chat me doing just the scrims, just scrims like at night after work, that's fine with me. And love what stays the same. Well, when I'm and if I do not make it, and if not, even get my words jumbled up. When I do make it, not if, when. I won't forget where I came from. It was the H116 radio doesn't stop. The Celestial Novas don't fade. I will be the same Valkyrie, heart first, team first, always here for the pack. If anything, I'll be amplifying what we've built. And I'll bring this, and hopefully bring this one day, chat, to the big leagues. Because a win for me is a win for us, and for all of us. Manifest it with me, the main team energy. I want every voice in the chat, every on the air to join me now. If you've been watching the show, if you believe in the climb, type it or scream it. The main team manifest. Let's speak it in existence, not because we're dreaming, because we're becoming one step, one one win at a time. Now the final segment, everybody. We're getting close to the final segment of the podcast for today. We've flown high tonight, Pack. We've seen the storm clouds. We've soared above them. And I want to remind you, this world doesn't hand you your destiny. You have to grab it by the wings and ride. I am Valkyrie, hashtag tag number 14414. Support main for Celestial Novas, the rookie Futures Dallas Celestials team member. And I vow right here, right now, that even after every day after work, I will keep climbing, to keep showing, to keep training, to keep getting better. And for the dream, for the team, and for you, this is going to be the end of the episode 99 of ZH116 Radio. Miss Queenie, if you have any more questions, anything else you want to share before we go to kill the rest of the time that we have left?
Nope.
Holy shit. But anyway, chat, I want to give y'all a brief little glimpse, little teaser before we go that we have a stream coming up tonight on Fortnite and Overwatch 2. But as always, chat, be well. God bless, stay safe. And like we said earlier, take every breath God gives you for what it's worth, because like we said earlier, you never know when it's going to be your time to go home to the good Lord. Stay strong, stay sharp, and as always, chat, have a blessed day. Be well. God bless. Stay safe today. Good morning. And as always, good luck and have fun. That's my first ever hour-long radio show, by the way.
You done?
Yep.